double file.
Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky194, and appreciate you taking the time out of your day to stop in and visit and check out my video. And we are here in the US competition server here in ACC. I'm in the Porsche. We're here at Kyalami. Not doing so hot. See, my rating is still in a free fall. Yesterday I was in a good race at Paul Ricard here with Antonio and Chang, and I ended up disqualifying, or actually track limits, so that race didn't end so well. So we'll see if we can do better here. The guy in front of me, I guess, had a problem because he's not in front of me. So I'm with a completely different setup, so I don't know, I'm really just grasping the straws. Didn't practice hardly at all.
Green light, go, go, go.
So we'll just have to see how we can do. If I can get a top 5, that'd be great.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
With a completely different spring package, so I'm really, these guys are so much faster up in front, it's crazy. So whoa, body's already off. But yeah, Antonio's here in front of me. Sawyer's in here in the Ferrari. Caesar's in here. Driscoll's in here. There is a pit stop. Oh, I got a log jam up here. This section here, I always struggle every time. One of the best night races is here. Look at that. Wow. He's off again.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Well done, mate. Fastest lap of the race so far. yellow flag in sector 3. Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
They're going now. Oh! Dang it. Jeez. Hate that section.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
Yeah, they're flying up here. looks good. Tires look good. Dang it. That didn't look good. That didn't look good.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 3.
Man, it's tough he's there for me. Dang it. Should have done better. A few mistakes here and there, and that's all it takes. Just like that. Must have had a mistake. Looks like I need to raise the pressures. flying up there.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
Antonio's doing good too. Come back. Trying to be consistent.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 3. Pit window is open.
Our car's pretty good. Dang it. Mess that up. Yeah, he's probably getting quicker, so he's probably going to try to leapfrog over me. Put in some decent laps. tires. Lowered the left front, raised the rears one. Just try to keep up with the temperature changing and stuff like that. But left front was right at 28, so it's only going to understeer probably more as the fuel comes off. So I'm just going to knock it down a couple.
Mandatory stop is now clear. Come on, go.
That messed me up a couple seconds. That hurt. There he goes. Good ways ahead of me. Antonio, you leapfrog everybody? Dang. I don't see him. Oh, great.
You're halfway through. Keep pushing.
That was a mess up. Worst outlap you could have. Up. Tires don't want to come up to pressure. They will. It just takes time. It takes a while to get them up the pressures. through here. Lost my whole lap. Last few sections.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 3.
Driscoll's about 10 seconds behind me.
Closing now. I'm just not driving the greatest tonight. So, like I said, I'm just gonna try to keep decent pace. Yellow flag in sector 3.
I say this is one of my favorite night races is here. This is so pretty.
Fastest lap so far.
Never knew what happened to Antonio. He had the right philosophy because he probably, like I said, he could have leapfrogged over me. just by a little bit. Guess I shouldn't have took the air out. I don't know. Yeah, I knew them guys up in the front. They were fast. Those guys are qualified like really good. Kane did a good job of holding on to it. I thought he was going to wreck it a few times. Slow down too much. My tires are already a little on the low side. Feel real bad. Slip, not just a little slidey. To get my tires to come up. slide the car a little bit and get some temperatures up. Delta. You know, I wish it could be a little bit quicker, but there, a little not deep enough.
Sector 1. Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Alright. Sawyer's down there in 6th. Don't know what happened to Antonio. It's too bad. He had a strong car, so I mean, it's too bad. He's always, I mean, Bentley definitely is good here. Like I said, it's good pretty much everywhere, but I know it's really strong here.
Personal best.
Still running right on my Delta, so I'm really happy with that. If I could get through there better, I'd probably gain a tenth or two. I just don't get through there good.
Leader has finished the race.
Oh man. Almost threw it away.
Excellent job, mate. P3, we're on the podium. Now bring it back home safely.
Alright, good race. Place will wear you out. Fun track, but definitely wears you out. Good win to McCain. Yeah, he must have wrecked or something because he quit. So he must have wrecked or something. It happens. So he was running good. It's a shame, you know. He was running really good. So, but like I said, it happens. So I'm not sure if I want to go over the setup or not, because I mean it's good, but it definitely still missing maybe a piece. You know, it just seems like it's missing something. I still don't like the way at the end I had to crank more steering into it again because of the negative camber. I wish I could change that. I don't really care for that, but I had to. Yeah, see, it's got a lot of wear on the front. See, a lot of significant wear. So again, it just moderate on the other tires. But see, it got worse on the second stint because there's no fuel up there. It's probably better with the softer springs. That's what I'm thinking. It'd probably be better just to have softer springs all the way around. So that's what I'm thinking. So maybe I will go check it, and then I'll go over the data and see if I can make it any better and see what we got. Alrighty, well, I'm back and been testing it. Did multiple sessions with it, multiple days actually. It's probably a couple days since the race, and it's actually taken a couple different sessions when I could work on it to see if I can improve it, and basically changed a little bit of my driving, and to basically gain the time, and trying a lot of different things, but basically changed a lot on the car. So a lot's been changed. So let's make a lap. My fast right now is a 142.19. Now I'm doing like the pit stop simulation where I started with 85 liters like I did in the race, and I've got like a half a tank, like 41 liters, a little under half a tank, because it seems like that's when you have a lot of issues, because of course the front of the car raises up, so you lose a lot of that front end grip. So I'm driving it in here a lot harder than I was. Before I was letting off earlier, so I'm kind of driving it in and then just barely touching the brake, and then through here I'm driving it in here also, not letting off earlier. I'm actually driving it more into the turn, so I'm taking that turn a lot different. That was really my weak spot through there. Still need more practice there, but I'm better. Also, you can see here it's no lockup on the left front, which I'll tell you what I did to seem like to help fix that, which a lot of times you'll get a lockup on the left front tire right there. course, going in a little bit deeper than there, carrying a little bit more speed. Of course, it's not at nighttime, so the weather's probably not as nice as it was in the race because that was at night. A little cooler. That was a 141.995, so it just barely broke into the 41s. I think it could do a little bit better, just a little bit more practice and just being able to just drive it a little better. I think it could, pick up a little bit more. The speed's there. Speed-wise, down the straightaway, I'm doing just as much as the Porsche that finished second place. So I mean, I'm doing just as much speed as him. So it's not the straightaway. It's just driving and handling and things like that. So I mean, it's not any of just straightaway speed type thing. Which this track you're only doing 145, 146 down the straightaway with the Porsche. So it's not like a super fast track. It's really flowing. So that's where you're gaining your time. And on the brakes, but I mean, of course, it's not. Turn 1 is probably the hardest braking, but other than that, it's just basically on the brake and off, and that's it. You're not like coming down to there's no chicane or anything. So let's go ahead and go over the setup. Again, I changed a lot. Got 26 front, 26.4 left rear, 26.2 right rear. Toes negative 0.02 with the camber at negative 3.5 and the caster at 9. The toe on the rear is a positive 0.1 with the camber at negative 2.9. So negative 3.5 on the front, negative 2.9 on the rear. But you can see the toe on the rear is a positive 0.1. So again, it was a negative 0.1 in the race. So again, this is to help the car rotate a little bit through the corner. That's why I did that. It just needs a little bit of help of rotating the car. So again, that's a slight adjustment, but again, it all adds up. Electronics are 3, 4, and 3. You can go down to 2 probably on this if you want to, when the tires are fresh. And ABS, you might be able to go down to 3 also. Of course, fuel, like I said, I had 85 liters, and I did like 41 at that stint there. Tire wear is good, pretty real even, so I like that. Mechanical, got 2 on the anti-roll bar, 51 on the brake bias, steering ratio is 12. Springs in the front are 127,000 with a bump stop rate of 600 and a bump stop range of 5. And on the rear, the springs are 199,500 with a bump stop rate of 500 and a bump stop range of 10. Anti-roll bar is 5 and the preload on the diff is 50. All this is different. Basically, almost not everything, but almost everything. The springs are totally different. I had a stiffer front, and in the race, and a couple clicks softer in the rear. So I actually went softer in the front by 1 click and stiffer in the rear by 2 clicks. So pretty big difference balance-wise on the springs, and of course that helps it rotate also. And also with that left tire locking up on that real tight braking and real tight turn there in the top of the hill, that's what really helped that. It seemed like this rear spring is pushing down up on the front of the car in that slow turn, and it's keeping the left front from locking up. So that's definitely a big help. But that's a big difference in the car setup, the spring, the balance of the car. Preload on the diff is different. I changed that. It was 60. I went down to 50. To kind of help it through the middle of the turn and some of these turns and changing directions, you need the diff to be open and not want to lock up to kind of, to give you a mid-corner understeer or even a little bit. It's got to be really free. And, of course, anti-roll bar, I went up 1. Help to get the car rotate. So, again, a lot different. The brake bias, that is a starting point. I would go down to 50 pretty quick. As soon as the tires get up to temperature, I would probably go down to 50. So it's no problem. Shocks on the front are 6.141, and on the rear they're 2.151. Again, all done by Motec, and they come in pretty good. Always like to be a little bit better, but they're good. Aero, I got 54 in the front, 73 in the rear with a 5 splitter, a 10 rear wing, and a 3 and a 3 in the brake ducts. And the front aero variation is a 2.2 to the positive. Now, the front's the same, but the rear is a lot. The rear is different. The rear, I added 1 click a ride height and 1 click a wing. So I had a 9 wing in the race, and I went with a 10 wing now. And that is because, I'm driving it harder, going through the turns, trying to carry more corner speed. And to do that, you got to have some more rear end grip. So basically, that's why I just, I had to add a wing, because I tried the 9 and with some different ride heights, lower, this and that, but it just didn't work. And of course, if you don't have enough ride height in the rear, that second to last corner where you got to miss that bumper, I mean, a lot of times you'll run wide and then off into the dirt there, because you need the car to when you turn, it's got to turn on a pinpoint. So, to make sure you're not running wide off into the dirt there. So you really need the ride height to make the car rotate and turn right when you need it to turn. Because obviously that's a very narrow pinpoint thing right there when you going around that sausage there, that corner right before the last corner. So again, if you go too low on the ride height, then the car just doesn't want to turn. So again, the things that I've had to adjust, but I really think it helps. I really think the car is definitely more raceable. I mean, you can be more, you can be more aggressive with it. It still has the speed down the straightaway as much as, like I said, the other Porsche that finished second that was running really good. So, and I mean, usually even a good car there is running 147, 148, maybe at the very best. And I mean, I'm running 145. So again, you're only looking at maybe 3 miles an hour. So again, that's about normal with the Porsche. That's actually really good, because the Porsche usually can be 5 miles an hour off down a straightaway. So that's really not that bad. 2 or 3 miles an hour isn't too bad. And again, this is during the day, where that one is at night. So I'm thinking, and I'm running better times. I ran better here than I did in the race. So again, I think it's a lot better. It's better all the way around, whether you got a heavy fuel load or, also set up for when the car's got a lighter fuel load. I think it actually does a really good job. So again, if you want to adjust it, the car rotates too much, you want to click 1 wing into it, you can do that. Or you can lower the ride height, maybe 1 click. You can go down 1, just 1 click like that, and that will give you a little bit less turn in. So, I mean, I would probably do that before I did the rear wing, because that's pretty drastic. So if a car rotates a little bit too much, just knock it down 1 click in the wing, or on the wing, and the ride height in the back, go down to 72. But if you can go with the 73, go ahead and go, because it'll help later when the car's lower on fuel. So again, if you can, like it rotating like that, I would stick with it. And of course, like I said, with the brake bias, you go down to 50 pretty much as soon as the tires get temp in them. And other than that, everything is good. I think it's a solid race setup. And, again, I tightened up the negative camber a little bit. The negative camber is just a little bit different, just to tighten it up a little bit. Because, again, some of those corners, you got to be really pinpoint going through that, going that trouble spot for me. You really got to go through there hard, but actually, thread the needle, and the car has to turn and react instantly. Otherwise, you end up having a chance of wrecking or something. So again, I hope you like it, and give me a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. All those really make a big difference to this little channel. Again, we're over 4,700 subscribers. Thank you to everybody for that. And I sure hope you enjoyed the video and the race, and you come back and visit again really soon. Y'all take care. See ya.